In recent developments, Russian forces have reportedly made advances in eastern Zaporizhzhia Oblast, capturing the two-building settlement of Levadne. Sources suggest that the troops likely utilized the tree line leading to the western part of Levadne to enter the area, simultaneously clearing forest plantations to the south. The Russian positions south of Levadne, situated on higher ground, may have provided strategic surveillance over Ukrainian positions, facilitating this advancement. Recent geolocated footage reveals that Russian forces advanced approximately 370 meters westward along a railway line, securing new positions in the area's windbreaks. In response, Ukrainian forces utilized an FPV drone to strike a Russian position, reportedly resulting in the death of one Russian soldier. Geolocated footage shows that Russian forces have advanced east of Niu-York, securing new positions at a crossroad. Likely approaching from dual directions around local reservoirs, their main assault capitalized on treed high ground to capture a small trench fortification. Additional forces took control of a tree line northeast of Niu-York. In response, Ukrainian forces deployed drones to drop grenades on these positions, reportedly killing and injuring at least 4 Russian soldiers. According to a recent report, Russian forces have progressed 2.95 kilometers along the railway line toward Pokrovsk, positioning themselves within 1 kilometer of Myrnohrad and 5.6 kilometers of Pokrovsk. If confirmed, this advance could prompt a Ukrainian withdrawal from the newly established salient to the east in the near future. According to a report from the pro-Ukrainian source Deep State, Russian forces have made a minor advance north of Novohrodivka. They have captured sections of railway lines leading to Pokrovsk and Myrnohrad. This reported advance threatens the village of Sukhia Yar from both the south and east. A reliable Russian source reports that a Ukrainian counterattack has expelled Russian forces from the final part of Seladov. Ukrainian troops advanced from the eastern streets, reclaiming the last residential area on Myra Street, as well as recapturing the mine and concrete plant, areas previously under Russian control. The source also mentions that Russian forces have withdrawn from the Terrakon northeast of Seladov, a location offering strategic surveillance and fire control over the city. While there's no confirmation that Ukrainian forces have taken the Terrakon, their recent success suggests a strong likelihood. If Ukrainians have indeed secured the Terrakon, this would hinder Russian offensive operations, especially the northern flank maneuver, as Ukrainian forces would have oversight of the E50 highway to spot Russian movements. In response, Russian forces are expected to bombard the Terrakon with FABs and artillery to neutralize Ukrainian positions and turn it into a contested zone. According to pro-Ukrainian source Deep State, Russian forces have reportedly advanced west of Niu-York, capturing new Ukrainian tree line positions. If confirmed, the main assault likely came from the north, with additional forces attacking westward to seize Ukrainian positions in the Grove. Tree lines adjacent to the northern assault path are probably in the gray zone or under Russian control. This move suggests that Russian forces might be attempting to flank Nelipivka from the west, unless Nelipivka has already been captured. Reliable reports indicate that Russian forces have likely advanced in the Glushkovsky district of Kursk Oblast, reclaiming the settlements of Veselo and Obukovka. The Ukrainian armed forces have reportedly been pushed back to the international border, now controlling only the Novyi Put tract. Russian sources mentioned that bombardments of Ukrainian positions around Veselo and Obukovka preceded these advancements. If confirmed, these developments suggest the conclusion of Ukraine's Glushkovo offensive, potentially allowing Russian troops to shift focus to the offensive on Sudza. According to the Washington Post, several thousand North Korean soldiers are reportedly undergoing training in Russia, with plans for potential deployment to Ukraine by year-end. A Ukrainian military intelligence representative who requested anonymity stated that North Korean officers are already in Russian-occupied areas of Ukraine, observing local troops and analyzing the battlefield. However, Ukrainian forces have yet to engage any North Korean units in combat. It's still unclear where North Korean troops might be positioned, though one possibility is Russia's border regions, potentially freeing up Russian troops for the conflict in Ukraine. A Ukrainian intelligence official emphasized that such a deployment could significantly impact the situation. Andriy Kovalenko, head of Ukraine's Center for Countering Disinformation, reported on Telegram that North Korean personnel, including military engineers, are supervising the use of North Korean weapons by Russian forces. Kovalenko added that some North Korean personnel have been killed and noted that North Korea's ammunition and Kan-23 ballistic missiles are generally of low quality. In Bild, there is growing skepticism within the German government about Ukraine's chances of winning the war. Government experts point to the depletion of Ukrainian armed forces and Russia's determination to advance despite significant losses. While Germany's defense minister Boris Pistorius publicly supports the necessity of a Ukrainian victory, informed sources within the ministry express doubts about its feasibility. German military analysts note significant exhaustion among Ukrainian troops, with Ukrainians hoping that the upcoming autumn-winter conditions will slow down the Russian advance. Despite this, Russia is reportedly making systematic progress. The German Defense Ministry's analytical documents express extreme concern in Berlin about Russia's intent to continue its military operations, as experts remain unsure how to halt the Russian offensive.